I'm Leandra from PaperArtsy, and this video is to show you our first release for 2017 from Firth-Young. You probably already know the JOFY collection fairly well. It's our most extensive collection of rubber stamps under a designer label, and Jo has come up with some really beautiful floral designs again for 2017. There's 4 new stamp sets and 4 new stencils. This is the first of the stamp set, JOFY 49, and this lovely sort of seed pod type idea is one that Jo's been really wanting to have as a stamp for quite a long time. This sample here by Karen is just gorgeous, where she's got the lovely piece hanging upside down, which just kind of shows you that you can have it whichever way you like, and it's just a lovely little display of lots of layers there. Here's another lovely sample here, and look at all the little sketchy detail that Sarah's done just by stamping over and over again on that background element there. This beautiful little tag. So that's JOFY 49. JOFY 50. This is quite similar to one of the minis that Jo created a while ago, so it's designed to fit in perfectly with that mini. We've got a lovely sample here from Karen, and this is really gorgeous. I love how she's done this. It's so simple. She's just stamped the flowers and then used a craft knife to cut around so that you can actually see the pink card layered below, and it's just gorgeous, ever so simple, typical of Karen's amazing ideas. Really simple, highly effective. It's a gorgeous little card there. And she's also done this with the butterflies, which is just amazing. Lots of butterflies, lots of lovely layering and gorgeous colouring. So Sarah's done this lovely little panel with the butterflies. It's coloured in the background strip. She's got stitching on there and just kept the butterflies really simple without any colour. And this sample here is by Jo. They've all really gotten into the scribbly thing in the background, so they've all enjoyed doing that. But this is lovely, and I love the colour palette that they've chosen. They've got really cute paint colours going on. So that's stamp set 50, and remember, everything's all trimmed out on Easy Mount, ready for you to stamp. The next set is 51. Now there's this beautiful sunflower here, and Jo's specifically designed it so that it can be used as a sun or a flower. Now in this sample here by Karen, she's actually layered up the petals by cutting out the petals to create quite a lot of depth into the center, so that's quite a different way of using it. This sample here by Sarah, got lots of splats of colour, watered down colour, splats of concentrated colour. And then Jo wanted you to be aware that obviously it can be used as a sunshine or as a flower. And you can see the stalk here, that's the bit there. So you can actually, by her placing the stalk there, you actually can make quite a sizable flower, because when those elements are joined together, it makes quite a big flower, which is fantastic. Very Jack and the Beanstalk, don't you think? She's got a bit of bling on there. Now there's also a stencil that goes with this particular stamp. So that's how Jo's managed to get the colour in the background and offset the stamping on top. And she's done exactly the same thing on this one here. So I'll show you the stencil in a little bit. I'll just show you the final stamp set first, which is this one here. And I really like it. It's a bit artichokey, a little bit of a weed. It can be all kinds of things. So Karen has created this amazing background. So it's a kind of a masterboard concept really, and then she has put the flower on top. So just showing you how she's created that there. Very striking as a background. And Sarah has also used this one. So she's used one of Jo's other stencils, the hexagon stencil, which was recently released towards the end of 2016. And she's layered that up, and I really love how she's kept the flower black in the center there. And again, more doodly scribbling. Obviously they kind of got on a bit of a scribbling kick. And then this sample here is by Jo, and that kind of works across 3 of the stamp plates. So she's created a triptych using all the different stamps off the different plates, and she's actually got some stenciling in the background. So this is a nice transition through to the stencils. So let me move these out of the way. Here is stencil number 1. Well, actually, it's PS056, stencil 56. And there's some really nice detail here, fine detail, so this is going to work well as a background, also really brilliantly on your jelly plates or using any kind of spray product. There's another sample here, so you can see how the shape of the flower stamp mimics the stencil as well. Although she's stenciled in Bougainvillea, this other flower shape on there. And she's even got, can you see the green here? She's also got that, which is a slightly different stencil. This one here, PS057. So if you look closely at this stencil, you'll see that yes, this lovely flourish here is a stencil, but actually these 3 are masks, and they all pop out, so you might just need to snip them apart. They're tabbed in a couple of places. You just need to snip them apart, and then you have got a bold shape which you can use as a stencil, but you've also got the mask. So these are going to be gorgeous on jelly plates. Right, here's another sample, and Jo will be showing on her blog how she layers up to create this amazing intricate detail. She's got so many layers going on using these as solids and then repositioning them, coming over the top. She's a genius at all that sort of thing. Here's the lovely sunflower. So you've got big, good, bold words on there as well. So if I just pop back to those other samples, and you can see how they work. And again, you're going to have the bold shape, or you can pop this out and use it as a mask. So you can create all sorts of different layers using it, the positive or the negative of that shape. And then the final stencil is this one here, which kind of is a lovely way to finish off because all the shapes are repeated on here, but they're all sort of intertwined. And Jo has created this lovely sample as well. So she's got those 3 shapes going on there, and often she'll use a paint pen as well to accentuate the different layers, or you can offset with your stenciling and do the bump technique. But really cool, and you can see that that flourish, which is also a stencil, that's also a stamp, so she's stamped and embossed that in gold. So there's a lot of elements there that are being used in repeated ways just to bring cohesion to this whole collection, and I'm sure you'll agree you're going to have a lot of fun with all of these stamps. So these products are available from PaperArtsy stockists from January the 15th, 2017, and for stockist details make sure you go to click on the link in the video description. You will also find a link through to the blogs of Karen and Sarah and Jo, where you can see more details on how they created these gorgeous samples. We'll see you again soon.